Good morning to all of the students of 8th standard. Today we will learn living world and classification of microbes. Living world, all of you are living. But classification of microbes. Microbes means the small organism to the larger one. First, just see the question they given. What is the hierarchy for classification of organisms? Hierarchy means first you have to understand what is order. Here hierarchy are dividing into hierarchy are into 7 parts that you will learn in the 9th standard. But just see order are how the order are there. First kingdom is coming, then phylum is coming, class, order, family, genus and the species. Here we will learn about the kingdom and the family and the species. Species you know very well, all of you, a different category of the animals or organisms. Now just see the second question are that who invented binomial system of nomenclatures. Binomial means two, but who invented, that is the Carl Linnaeus is there. Carl Linnaeus, a scientist, was there. He told that living world are dividing into two parts, that is two kingdoms, that is Vegetalia and the Animalia. Then the next one, the third question is given, which level of hierarchy are considered while writing the name of binomial nomenclatures. Which level, that is lower to the higher order, that they given here in this, and while writing the name in binomial nomenclatures they given. So first see biodiversity and need of classifications. First biodiversity, in the surrounding what kind of the diversity are there, living, non-living, animals are there, plants and animals are there, all these things. And why we are needing, why we required to classify the animals, we can say organisms, and we can say microbes. Just see in history they given Carl Linnaeus in 1735, he told that animal kingdom and the vegetable kingdom. But later on that Haeckel came in 1866, he told that is three category, that is Protista, that is single cell organisms is coming, then plants are there and animals are there. Then later on after that 1925 that Saturn was there, he created two groups, that is Prokaryote and Eukaryote. Prokaryote means a single cell one, means a unicellular, that is prokaryotic but without nucleus membrane, and eukaryotes are well developed nucleus membrane. Then in 1938 we can say they given a Copeland divided a living organism into four kingdoms, that is MONERA, a single cell, Protista, a single cell but without cell membrane, then plants and animal was there. But according to 2011 census that you see, they told that is 87 million species are there around the world, including land and sea. Land is coming and sea is also together, all the organism of land and sea, that is 87 million. This much of the species are there in our surroundings. So we will discuss of this all this thing here today, we can say in this year. Now just they given a scientist Robert Hardy Whittaker, that is 1920 to 1980, the birth to death rate of American ecologist. He divided the living organism into 5 groups. There are 5 groups they given. First, cell structure, prokaryotic cell structure, as I told you, that is unicellular but without cell membrane, and eukaryotic, that is cell membrane are there but multicellular it is. Then complexity of the organism, that is unicellular and multicellular, a single cell and the more than one cell. Then mode of nutrition, how the organisms are eating, we can say surviving. Plants are surviving according to autotrophic, that is photosynthesis with the help of sunlights, but other organisms are there without, we can say, sunlights, they are depending on the other. As example of the fungi, that is saprophytic, absorption from dead organism they are telling. Absorption means depending on the other creatures or other dead bodies of the animals, they are eating any kind of the animals. Decaying, decayed one, decayed means the dead animals of anyone. Then animals, that is heterotrophic, means depending on the other, either they are eating a plants they are eating or they are eating the animals also. And ingestive means taking the food in any manners for absorptions or for digestions. Then lifestyle is coming, the fourth category, that is plants. producers are there. Means how the plants are producing the foods. With the help of sunlight they are preparing their own foods, but they also require the water. Without water it is not possible. Now animals are their consumers, they are consuming the plants. Then fungi, decomposer means we can say they are decomposing plants also or animals also. They are totally destroying, means they are totally decomposing the things of the plants also and animals also, the dead one. Then the fifth category are coming as a phylogenetic relationship, means prokaryotic to eukaryotic or unicellular to multicellular they given. Means prokaryotic are going single cell one are going to the multicellular, that is eukaryotic one, and unicellular is also as a multicellular. Here prokaryotic, as I told you, that is without, means we can say not well developed cell membrane. But this well developed, we can say a cell membrane is not possible or not developed here properly in the prokaryotic category, but later on this are totally developed into the eukaryotic category. Then coming a unicellular to multicellular in a phylogenetic relationships, means they are relating to one to another one. As see, they given a chart of the 5 kingdoms. Living organisms they given chart 1.1 figure 5, we can say 5 kingdom system of classification they given. Prokaryotes are already given as a unicellular. Then they given unicellular are kingdom Monera, a single cell one. In the category of the eukaryote also a single cell are there, that is unicellular. It is a protista without cell membrane. And the multicellular are coming in the 3 category. A fungi is there, cell wall presents in a fungus. We are telling cell wall are present, but they are not they does not perform their own foods. Means without center, we can say without sunlights. Then they given a kingdom Plantae, they given cell wall are present in this and they can perform a photosynthesis, means they can depend on the sunlights or they can make their own foods. Then fifth one category are coming as an animalia, there is no cell wall. Cell wall is not present in the animalia, fifth category. Then they given a kingdom one Monera. If you want to see a Monera kingdoms, you can do a simple one exercise activity. In this activity you have to take a curd drops into the clean glass. Just take a small drop of the curd and just put on the slides and observe into the microscope. You will come to know the small bacteria that you are looking on 1.2 figure. Organisms from kingdom Monera. Lactobacilli they given, then Clostridium they given, then the Vibrio given here, Salmonella typhia. This all bacteria you can easily look by depending here. Now characteristics, they are telling all type of the bacteria and blue-green algae are included in the Monera. Means different type of the bacteria are there. All the different type of the bacteria are present. And the blue-green algae you know very well, the kai we are telling in our surrounding, especially little bit water are there, you can easily look on the wall also, you can easily look it. So this is the category of the Monera. If you will look in the glass slides now, you will come to know this kind of the organisms, you can easily observe it. Now characteristics, here organisms are unicellular in the Monera, they given a single cell one. Then they are telling autotrophic or heterotrophic, means they can prepare their own food also or they can depend on the other also, heterotrophic. They are prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic are there, but prokaryotic you know, they given, I already told you, that is cell membrane are there but not proper developed here. Without distinct, means nucleus are not there. Cell without distinct nucleus or cell organelles, means all nucleus are not proper in this category of the prokaryotic cells of the Monera. Now second thing is coming up protista. Protista, here they given, you have to observe, just if you will go in the pond now, you have seen lot of the time your legs are there. It becomes like a cutting type is there in your legs. So it is like a bacteria type is there. In this you will observe a euglena are there, paramecium are there, amoeba are there, volvex, all that we can say in a water is there, in a pond water are there. So just if you want to look it properly, so you have to take a small amount of the water on a glass sides, and just you have to observe on a high microscope power. So you can easily look the paramecium, the sleeped shape you are looking there in a paramecium, so that you can look in a microscope easily. And the amoeba, that is irregular shape, they all this they are in the moving motile one. Now here the characteristics they given as a protista are their single cell organism with cell defined nucleus. Here the nucleus are present in the protista kingdom and nuclear membrane are there.